handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, you know, the psyche of these quarterbacks can be very fragile at times. We wonder how he'll react now. Pick 6 on the very first throw for him of the game.
And I think his teammates are just staring at him right now, wanting to know what his psyche is. They're going to check his body language. They're going to see how he reacts. Best thing he can do is probably go to the bench and crack a joke. Just let him know, hey, I'm okay. We're going to be fine, because he has to bounce back from it. But if he takes it too seriously, it's probably going to go right in the tank.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Throwing after the interception. Cunningham. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. A partner, they'd already intercepted him. That time he was trying to extend the play, getting outside the pocket. A costly interception as it's returned for a touchdown.
Yeah, it felt to me like he was trying to do just a bit too much on that play. And you and I both know from experience in watching, sometimes it's better to take the sack or maybe run for a short gain rather than force a risky throw. He tried it, did not work out well for him at all.
Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cunningham to throw. Steps away. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by 2-time.
Look, see, I was the high school slick Rick.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 1st and 10, Herbert. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert completing it to the right side. Johnson. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
A good gain of 12 yards that time. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Henry up the middle. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
It'd be ideal.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Only needing 2 yards on second down. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Herbert on first down now. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Mounties go up by 2 touchdowns. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something.
He's got a man complete. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Henry again on second down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Herbert now. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
On second and goal, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out, had to force the field goal.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. 7. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive. A 1st down carry for Henry.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the case on that play. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as it went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down, that's what they talk about.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From his own end zone, Herbert. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Calvin Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Mounties will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Here's Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, going back to Patterson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jason Taylor able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell.
Cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 51 yards. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll go again with Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 71 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And we are underway from Mexico City. Play action. Elway. And he's got the hook up for the first time with Herman Moore. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Elway now off of play action. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Off the play fake. Elway. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Now it's Elway. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former Patriot legend, Rodney Harrison. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing? That's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Yard touchdown run. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 29, Tua. And that is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to pass, Tua. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Urlacher showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Elway to throw on second. It's caught by Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Elway. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On 4th down, Elway. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. What a real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On play action, here's Tua. It's Kelsey on the ground. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Throwing now, Elway on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Elway. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Taylor able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be Washington the game after the incompletion on first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking deep for Jennings. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Throwing to start the drive. Robinson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Off the play fake. Robinson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane.
And partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Ready, 50, green. Right there. Yellow, blue. He can't hang.
Tua going to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Steal, check steal.
They're running the jet sweep with Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Tua Tagovailoa. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes. Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. To throw is Robinson on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
things at the 25.
It'll be third down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Andre Johnson, 68 yards. And the Shamrocks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, check, mega. Check.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On the give, this is their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the turnover, it's Tua. It's brought in by Greg Jennings. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Reggie Gilliam, 35 yards. And the Commanders have come back to make it a 2-point game. And I want to give the big guy some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Tua going to try and throw for it. It's complete. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the intercept. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. And a huge play that time. 43 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jason Taylor. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Forced out to his left. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. These two teams all tied after 1. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Let's go. You tight up. 17's Mike 17. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And they try to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Options galore here, second and a few inches. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run here with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Shamrocks go up by 2 touchdowns. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
A quick throw out right here. He's got it complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Gus Edwards. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Shamrocks are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that flag accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Looking to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 15 now. Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Set, ready. Red 38.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they are going to to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and it's caught. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jason Taylor. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack on first down, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Look at the big man rumble. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Harris running straight ahead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Tua. That swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry for Harris. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Again, it's Harris, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. The kick by Carlson is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game. Just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. The give to the fullback on the dive. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Touchdown, Washington. Reggie Gilliam.
As the 1st half is winding down.
And the Commanders would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a play quarterback. The way the game is played, all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Newton on first down. This one left side caught by Patterson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Newton. He'll let one go deep for Howard. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He completes it to Julio Jones.
Sure, and to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
No gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting...
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Newton now to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. And he wisely will throw that one away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Patterson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Looking deep for Julio. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Leon Sandcastle. And the Buccaneers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, and
a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 58 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Newton to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Newton. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. To about the 23.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Well, that's going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready?
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Leon Sandcastle. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Buccaneers have it. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the 2nd half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
Newton on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They'll try again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And a throw.